Welcome back to the Chiefin podcast, folks. Hope you're having a good day.
Quick enough?
You might have noticed that was a really short introduction.
Oh, I see. Okay.
That's because this episode, folks, we are focused on all that is short. Daniel, you know a lot about that, right?
I'm 6'2". That makes no sense. Oh, but in the pants. That's right. Okay.
Guys, it's February, the shortest month of the year. We get to thinking, what else can we make shorter? There's a lot of things that are too long and they need to be shortened, and we're here to do it. This is our political campaign. You see something outside?
No, I thought we were doing a Tama Talk. I didn't prepare for this at all.
Oh, that's fine.
I literally have two things and they're jokes. Shit. I didn't. Okay,
it's
hang
fine
on.
because right before you came over, I made my list.
Okay, well, what's the prompt again?
Things to shorten.
How many do I have to get?
Do 3.
Okay, got it. I'm on it right now.
All right.
You go first.
Why don't I just go through my list?
Okay.
And then we can do a Tama Talk because I have shit to talk about too.
Okay, we can do that.
All right. First thing, baseball.
Women's basketball.
Baseball needs to be shortened.
Dude.
6 innings.
9 innings is too, and they're like, oh, 7th inning stretch. If you have to stretch for the spectators, that's a problem.
Yeah.
not even the fucking fielders.
Built into your sport is time for people to prevent like cardiac issue, or like what's it when
it's like rigor mortis when you fucking die and stiffen up. That's a problem. Like that's a big problem.
That's hilarious. Yeah, you're done. 7th inning is done.
No, 9 innings is too much. Honestly, I feel like I'm like, okay, let's wrap it up around the 5th inning.
That's actually really funny. I wonder if they made that 7th inning stretch because there was an issue with people like losing circulation.
He's like, I can't get up.
There's a real issue with our fan base. They keep dying. How do we solve this?
They keep losing feeling in their legs.
Encourage them to stretch.
Yeah, and it's funny because they get you, like, at the Angels game, it's like you stand up and they throw peanuts out and stuff and, like, the cannons. So it's like promoting standing up.
Yeah.
Clearly, there's something wrong there if you have to stretch during the 7th inning.
Number 2, the happy birthday song. Too long.
Yeah, it's pretty,
too long. It should be 30 seconds. I shouldn't have to stand around for a minute and a half singing a song.
Is it a minute and a half? I think it's only 30
Let's try
seconds.
it. Wait, let me set a timer.
Because it feels forever when you're sitting there.
If you guys want to skip ahead by a certain amount of time, I don't know how long it is, probably a minute and a half, you can. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Indio. Happy birthday to you. Okay, that was 13 seconds. But it should be 5 seconds long.
See, I'm telling you, it's not. I knew it wasn't like 30 seconds to a minute, but it feels like forever. When you're sitting there like, and everyone's just chanting. You feel like you're in a cult. Mm-hmm. And you're like, okay, drink the Kool-Aid.
It's a warped time zone where it makes 13 seconds feel like a minute and a half.
The 13 seconds is equivalent to a Planck minute or microwave minute. Where you're like, just come on, please.
Number 3, Leonard Skinner's Freebird.
Nope.
Too long.
Give me a bottle of Jack, Freebird, and my fucking keys. Let's go.
I'm ready to ride.
I love those. I know, drinking and driving is bad, but I got a fake ID though.
No, but Freebirding and driving?
No, but I love the memes. I think it's so funny.
Number 4, time between Netflix show releases.
Well, that's not changeable. It
is. You should, if you want your show to continue, you need to pump it out quicker.
That's
Ginny
so
and Georgia, 3-year difference.
That's so difficult though, because like Stranger Things, obviously.
Sorry, show canceled.
That's important. But what's his name? James Cameron. He did it right. He started filming number 2 of Avatar and 3, and I think even 4 before the second one was even released.
He didn't do it right. It's been 10 years since the first one.
Yeah, he did a good job. Number 2 is good. Number 2 is good, but. I'm
not seeing Avatar 3 when I'm 40.
But I am. I'm seeing that movie. I don't give a shit.
God.
Dude. Okay, look, that's like
James Cameron's gonna be dead.
That's like Star Wars fans that saw the first 3, and then they're like.
But it's different because they came out quicker. There was like 3 and then a gap.
Yeah, but here's the thing: if you want to avoid the Stranger Things effect, like what James Cameron is doing, he released it. 2, made 3 and 4, but. For Stranger Things, they do need to pump it out faster because of the Stranger Things effect where they're getting way older and they're like, hey, what's up? Can't believe it's already freshman year.
Yeah, like they're damn near in like their early 20s.
Yeah. I mean, That's understandable, but there's no avoiding it. You can only go as fast as you can think up a script, record, and
I'm
edit.
working on a Smallville podcast right now, and the amount of shows they did 22 episodes in a 1 year span and did back to back, like 40-minute episodes, 22 episodes a year. And they went year by year with the series. It's possible. It's just not done anymore.
But here's the thing. With Smallville, don't get me wrong, love the show. I loved it growing up. I think I have like 3 of the seasons on DVD, which is throwback. Am I right?
I'm ready to defend what you're about to say.
But
because I know.
They had the same premise every single episode.
Not true, by the way. I'll tell you, I'm balls deep in Smallville. Never thought I would be.
In the first couple of seasons, yes, it was. It was... Oh no, a new villain is affected by kryptonite.
First season, yeah.
Let's fix it. Oh no, another villain that has a different power now is affected by
There's B storylines that go throughout it.
Yes, but that's not until like second season.
Here's the thing. If Smallville wasn't ordered by WB to do 22 episodes and they could have done what shows do now with 8 episodes a season, it would have been regarded as like one of the greatest shows of all time.
Dude, I loved Smallville. It was great.
Yeah. It's just a different time.
How far are you into Smallville?
Middle of season 2.
Okay, I was going to spoil something big time. I'm glad. When you say balls deep, I'm thinking you're at the end.
No, but like
that's not balls deep. That's like barely the tip,
never
dude.
Watched any before
That's
this.
the tip.
Well, I'm tip deep, dude.
Dude, I can't wait until you grab that ass and plunge. Okay.
Next one. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
That's a long name.
He's one of the best NBA players, might go down as one of the GOATs, and he has way too long of a last name. It's one of those last names where it goes shoulder to shoulder, and like they change the font size.
Oh, he has a tattoo on his back?
No, but like jersey.
Oh,
like the jersey name goes shoulder to shoulder, like
gotcha.
Really arced.
Yeah. And you gotta change the font size. Yeah. It's all small.
Yeah. The word abbreviation.
That's just clever. I'll give you that one. That was pretty clever.
My last one. And it's kind of poignant with some recent events in the world. Trains.
Dude, Ohio is so fucked. They're saying it's like a small Chernobyl.
Fucking can't go back to Ohio, dude.
Dude, what's weird is the Ohio memes started, and then all this shit happened, and I haven't seen a single Ohio meme since.
Yeah, it's kind of just poor taste now.
But here it is. It's just gonna be building up until that like week period where it's like, okay, it's not okay to talk about it yet, and then it's going to be like boom, just overflooding with content about Ohio.
Trains are too long. Trains shouldn't exist anymore.
Well, but that's the thing though. You're trying to transport something from one area to the next. Now you want to have a lot of cargo so that you can make that trip worth it. So it makes sense why they have so many carts, or what do they call them? Sea containers?
Carts, not sea containers by train.
But they are sea containers. But they're not sea containers if they're trains. They're train containers.
Yep. Nice little
But why do we always call them sea containers?
Transportation paradox right now. They're sea containers when they go by sea.
But I always called them that when we were playing handball on them. Yeah. Like, go over to the sea containers.
Yeah, a lot of kids made fun of you because of that.
Dude, I had so many fucking friends. I just want you to
know that's why people stopped talking to you in the 3rd grade.
I moved here in the 3rd grade. I had no friends.
Obsessed with sea containers.
I moved here in the 3rd grade. I had no friends.
You know how like the weird kid is the train kid that like tracks trains.
No, I was a sea container kid.
Oh, this one was just in Kansas last week.
Did you count how many sea containers we have on this field? We have 4 sea containers.
Yeah, those are all my shortened things.
Okay, I just had one, and it was women's basketball as a joke. But like, I don't think anyone really watches women's basketball. It's sad too because I feel like some of them have like some serious athletic ability. Like I could never beat a women's basketball star in one-on-one. Absolutely no way. But I know it would be more humiliating if like Michael Jordan came out and fucking challenged me one-on-one. So I'm saying,
yeah, there's levels to everything.
Yeah, but like I just feel like
a women's NBA player would embarrass you playing basketball.
Well, yeah, but they got to make it more interesting because otherwise the fans aren't going to show up.
Well, yeah, and I wonder if the WNBA is profitable.
I mean,
maybe because they don't pay a lot. I think salaries are low, so they probably are profitable.
They're still doing something to make it worth their while.
Dude, I just did a whole deep dive on the Super Bowl advertising, and it's wild how much money they make.
Dude, they make like $200 million for a minute spot.
Well, yeah, it was $7 million per 30-second spot in this recent Super Bowl. There was 51 ads. Assuming they're all 30 seconds, they weren't. That's $300 million just in TV commercials. And I found out they don't pay for The jets flying over, they don't pay. The U.S. military pays for that. They don't pay the halftime performance.
Well, not the main person. I think like the backup dancers, they get paid.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not the most expensive part. Like they're crazy profitable. And along our combo on a 7th inning stretch, I was talking like how funny it is that there's TV timeouts in American sports. Like, there's timeouts just to run commercials, and it's accepted.
But those commercials are them taking a timeout break. So like they're
so it is normal timeout. I thought there's TV. I thought there's designated TV timeouts.
No, those spots are, well, maybe. I mean, but also if you get like, let's say someone gets injured, let's say someone calls a timeout, let's say they go out of bounds.
Those are like random.
Yeah.
I thought there was actual designated ones in the NBA, or maybe they just call them TV timeouts.
Maybe
normal timeouts.
Maybe in the NBA, yeah, but I think in football it's all like scheduled stuff, like if they're, if they call a timeout or something like that. But I don't think baseball, I know for sure they have timeouts, but it's just because of the field exchange. Like they're just like, okay, I'm going in, someone else coming out. I did that reverse, but you know what I'm saying.
I'll reverse it.
I have a couple of things. So literally just yesterday, I realized I probably have ADHD, and I wanted to take some tests online to verify what I think I already know, right? I got to question 8. Now, before I read question 8, I was like, good God, how long is this test? And I scroll all the way down to the bottom and I see that it says like 23, right? And I'm like, okay, well, that's not too bad. I think I can handle this test. Then I scroll back up and I read number 8. This is what number 8 says. How often do you have difficulty keeping attention when you are doing something boring or repetitive?
Awesome.
I was like, well, I would say very often.
You know what they could have done? Like, there's the ability to do this is if you scroll down like pop up something on screen.
During a test.
You fail.
Uh-huh. Well, and then I go back and I was like, okay, well, that's kind of ironic, but I'm sure maybe I just think I have ADHD. Well, I went through the test and it said very likely. So cool.
I could see that.
Yeah, I can I knew I probably had it, but I've never gotten tested because I'm like, I don't want to take medication.
Yeah.
But I got a joke for you. I threw a boomerang a couple years ago really hard, and now I just live in constant fear.
It's the movie It Follows with boomerangs.
Dude, that's actually a decent movie that they could have done better. That's something that I wish.
It's a great movie.
I wish they would remake it and make it way better because it wasn't.
I thought it was great. It's low budget.
Yeah,
that was a fantastic movie.
I know they had a great premise, but it wasn't as good as it could have been. The monsters weren't that scary. The fact that they're walking slowly is kind of creepy, yes, but I don't know. The whole premise just fell short for me. Not the premise, sorry. The execution.
Yeah, was there like a scene that didn't hold up? No,
there was one that I really liked when that fucking giant dude.
Yeah, creepy as fuck.
And I was like, oh, like I'm watching it like leaning backwards because I just felt like I'm like, oh shit, I'm in this right now. That was the one time in that whole movie that I thought, yeah, I'm for sure invested in this movie.
Yeah.
Speaking of movies, I watched Wakanda Forever. Really good movie so far. I haven't seen the whole thing yet. I only watched part of it.
Is that the second one?
Yeah. And Puss in Boots. Believe it or not, dude, that new Puss in Boots movie is amazing. I'm sure we share a YouTube account. So if you go to our search history on YouTube, you're going to see so much Puss in Boots content.
Oh my God.
Mixed in with like just random songs where I'm like my ADHD brain, I was like, Puss in Boots, Puss in Boots. You wait about that song in 2005 that I heard. How can I find that? So just like sporadically.
I'm just going to have to take your word for it. Because I'm not going to watch Puss in Boots.
Oh, really? Dude, you have a kid.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch Puss in Boots.
Dude, I went to the theater.
He's not old enough yet to where like you would watch that.
I went to the theater by myself. I was supposed to take Aurora. And then Chelsea changed my plans. And I was like, well, I'm not going to not see the movie. So I made sure I bought a ticket.
I cleared my day.
I bought a ticket way away from everyone else. Because I'm like, I don't want to be that guy in the theater right next to a fucking 5-year-old. Like, are you excited?
Put on a list real quick by buying a solo ticket to Puss in Boots.
So I'm sitting there and I'm watching the movie, and all of a sudden these fucking teenagers come up, and I'm gonna sound like an old fart right now, but they came up and they're like, "Hey, can we sit here? Can you move over so we can sit like together?" And I was like, "Oh, you know what? Yeah." This is all internal. I was like, "Yeah, I'd rather than be here than on the streets doing drugs.
What?
I swear, dude. Because they snuck into the movie. That's what I'm saying. Like, they didn't pay for the ticket. Because I bought the ticket.
Kids that are sneaking into a Puss in Boots movie are not doing drugs.
They might be doing drugs, honestly.
Hot take. If you're between the age of 13 and 17 and you're sneaking into a Puss in Boots movie, you're maybe drinking a beer.
But here's the thing. They got like 10, maybe 20 minutes in, talking the entire time. And I was like, it's fine, dude. Just let it be.
That's annoying.
It's not a big deal. So I did this. I leaned on my hand. So I put my ear, I covered my ear. And then about, like I said, like 20 minutes in, I was about to say something. I almost did. But then they were like, you know what? Let's just go. So some teenagers didn't want to watch Puss in Boots. But a 29-year-old man sitting there by himself was like, yeah. And then they left, and I was like, oh, finally. They're probably going to go do drugs, and I hope they do.
Thank God. Yeah. Like, hey, guys, can you leave and go do some drugs somewhere?
Here, look. Fucking take this. Have at it. I don't want you here anymore ruining my movie, okay?
Was it Antonio Banderas as the voice still?
Yeah. Dude, the guy that plays the one of the kids in I'm going through changes. The hormone monster.
Oh.
Big Mouth.
Big Mouth.
The one that plays like the older, like the taller kid. He's in that movie. He plays the villain. There's also another guy. I don't know what he's from, but he plays an amazing part. There's a lot of big name actors in this movie, but also just like the editing style and the fight scenes and stuff are really good. If you're an animated person or you like an animated movie, highly recommend Puss in Boots: Last Wish.
There you have it, folks.
I think that's all I have.
Yeah, I'm good. I have other shit, but I could save it.
No condoms forever!
Guys, enjoy the weekend. March is coming up. We'll have a guest back on in March. We got some fun shit planned. Likely something St. Patty's Day related. Might get some green beer in here maybe. That'd be fun.
Ooh, or some fucking green meth.
Yeah, ooh.
That's a great...
We can't watch Puss in Boots then, because
we're going to illegally download Puss in Boots and avoid the drugs.
Streamlined Matt. Yeah. Guys, have a great weekend. From all of us here at the Chiefin Podcast, keep it Chiefin.
Keep it Chiefin.
Good sewed, guys.